Give me the street.
Guns are drawn.
You know the street?
It's Calhoun.
Calhoun.
Oh boy.
All right, and so don't know why he has stopped
good.
right
Getting
there.
out.
He's getting out. He stopped kind of almost out of nowhere, and he is giving up.
Thank
A
goodness.
very hopeful sign here.
All right,
Right.
Bruce,
So what they're
walk us
doing
through
now,
this.
they're doing a felony traffic stop where they'll have the driver get on the pavement, prone him out, handcuff him, or call him back to the vehicle. There they go. They're calling him back, and they'll take him into custody, and then CHP will clear the vehicle.
All right. Well, this is very good news, and hopefully there's no one else inside that vehicle. And, you know, getting back, you know, to that guy we saw a short time ago throwing the object at the car, I think it's just, who am I to say, but in speculation that people are just, they get really frustrated when they watch these pursuits. You know,
Yeah.
it
I mean,
angers a lot of
yeah.
it angers a lot of
For a
people.
lot of people. And they may cause accidents, which they don't care. But
Yeah.
meanwhile, now possibly someone's hurt.
Yep, exactly. All right, so they are still in the process now of clearing the vehicle. It's dangerous with the tinted glass, isn't it?
Yes, that's something that people do. And, you know, you're walking up on a vehicle with tinted windows, especially at night, you know, your adrenaline starts to flow.
What is it? Can you tell?
I bet it does.
All right, well, they're checking it, and their body language certainly indicates that they're clear. It's
Yep,
Oregon
there's the
license
4.
plates,
Yep.
too. Yeah.
Code 4.
Yeah, they might even see them holding up the 4 fingers. It's not quite code 4 yet, and they've opened the rear hatch, checking it.
Out of state, yeah.
And that is that. Oregon license plates on this vehicle. We'll try to find out more about what spawned this whole thing to begin with, but it was first came across as a report of a suspicious person. Bruce, we want to thank you for your input on this, helping us get through this. And
My pleasure, Mark and Michelle, as always.
Thanks,
all right.
Bruce.
Thanks for tuning
Thank
in
you.
and for helping us out. So that is it. The pursuit has ended.
Okay.
Well, this might be it for this car. Here goes the suspects. Oh, back suspect coming out. He putting his hands right behind his back. The front one on the ground as well. Here comes the driver, it looks like, in a red jacket. He's out. And boy, did they hit the ground fast. Okay, LAPD, they have 3 out. It looked like the driver came out the passenger side. They're making the driver there in the red. He's the one that came out after the passenger in the front. So we believe that to be the driver that's crawling out. There might be a 4th passenger in the rear. That's what LAPD is not sure about here. They want to make sure they clear that vehicle. 3 of them came out. There's one in front of the squad car there, squad number 512. The driver there crawling out like a worm. And then the passenger, rear passenger, this guy came out first off the driver's side, rear door. And then there's one in front of that squad car. This is Vermont, just before Century. Vermont, just before Century. Now they're making the other guy, the passenger, the front passenger, do the worm to scoot up away from the vehicle. And now officers are going to approach that one passenger on the driver's side, get him into custody. They're going to clear the vehicle, that one officer standing at the back of the vehicle. A driver losing control, deciding, I think, at the last minute to try to make a turn there at a high rate of speed. Lost control, hit a pole, and it looked like that disabled the car. There's one in custody. They're going to move in and get the driver. One officer there clearing the vehicle, and now the other officers are going to make their approach. Car is clear, and now they're going to approach the other one. There's the driver in red. And there he is, the driver in custody, the front passenger being taken into custody, still on the ground. But again, a very dangerous chase. That was high speeds going through in and out of traffic on surface streets from the Newton Division. It started around, I believe it was 58th Street, and working its way down into South LA, all the way down to 112th Street, making its way on to Manchester at one point.
stopping, turning again into the sidewalk, being cornered by one of the cars, the police squad cars, and now again was able to escape the ring. As you could see that they try to form. They were very strategic in the way they try to obviously form a ring around them. Now going back into the main road here, again, this happening in Detroit. We're waiting on word from Sky Fox, our pilot, obviously busy right now piloting the helicopter to figure out exactly which part of town he's in. As this looks like a Wayne County Sheriff's deputy, I think that's what that looks like to me, continues this pursuit of this blue van that is now on a main thoroughfare, heading at a high rate of speed and now merging onto traffic. As you can see,
there do seem to be some issues there with the steering, and now we see the car pulling off to the side. Again, an officer there still behind the car, 2 other cop cars there. They tried to cut him off, but he did go through. Yeah. It looks like, okay, and the driver gets out and begins to run.
This driver is now hopping a fence, trying to get away. The officers have now apprehended the suspect. It appears to be a young man who was running away from the car, now being tackled by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 officers. This could have been a possibility, a kidnapping situation. According to some sources, a kidnapping situation in which there could have been a child involved. That is not confirmed at this time. Right now, as you can imagine, Detroit police, Wayne County Sheriff's deputies, Macomb County Sheriff's deputies are very busy trying to control the situation, as they have just now been able to take down this suspect who for now, at least on television the last 5 minutes, has been weaving in and out of a neighborhood, onto a sidewalk, onto the grass, back onto a road, back onto a main road, thought he got away, and that's when officers were able to essentially T-bone him. And this guy knew at that point it was over for him. He was able to get out.
Still resisting, it seems. Several police officers now carrying this person away.
It's not clear if they were able to take away a weapon from this person, whether or not the person had a weapon. That's unclear right now. The biggest weapon he had was the car that he was driving. A dangerous situation when you have a 4,000-pound vehicle that you're lugging around like that.
Absolutely.
He is now being put in the back of that cruiser right now. Again, this all started, by the way, in Macomb County, ending in Detroit, Michigan State Police, and various other police agencies involved. This is in the Caniff area, we know, in Detroit. And Dequindre. Started in Detroit, went to Macomb County, back at Dequindre and Caniff. That is the end location of where we're looking at this police chase that has ended again with one person in custody right now. We'll
Madison 177, just 1050.
Apsisukit, dupenkit, nežinau, dabar jis laimėjo, važiuoja link Naujasadžio.